Hello, moviegoers, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I am your host, Denise, and this week I'm going to review a movie that I found on Netflix. I had seen this movie, scrolling past me several times, and I finally decided to stop and check it out. This movie is called Bruiser, and it stars Jalen Hall, Trevante Rhodes, Shamir Anderson, and Chanel Arozo. I think I said her name correctly. Azoro. All right, so this is sort of a coming of age movie about a young teenage boy by the name of Darius, who is home for the summer from boarding school. The movie takes place in Alabama. So his boarding school is in the city, and his home, where he lives with his mother and his father, is in the suburbs, kind of like not quite rural, but in suburbia. All right, so in this movie, it starts with Darius coming home to his parents. Mom is excited to see him. It's been a while. She's happy to have him home. And you know how teenagers are there. He's happy to be home, but kind of trying to figure out, okay, now what? It's summertime, and what do I do all summer? His father owns a car dealership, and his father is very strict. You get that almost from the beginning, the first time the two of them see each other when he gets home. Yeah, there's some hugs and a little dap and a little high five going on. Glad to see you, son. But the dad just has this demeanor of, I've always got to be in control, and he's got to know that I'm always in charge. Let's not get it twisted. All right, so Darius, in trying to figure out what he's going to do for the summer, he comes across his, some of his neighborhood friends that he hasn't seen since he's been in boarding school. And, they're friends, but because he's away so much, their friendship doesn't appear to be really tight, kind of like on an acquaintance level. Well, Darius gets into a fight with one of the boys in this little crew, and he gets beat up. And after he gets beat up, he goes to a creek and kind of just washes himself up. I guess he doesn't want his parents to see him all bloody and bruised, so he, washes himself up. But in doing so, he comes across a nomad, a gentleman who has made a home in this wooded area, kind of where the kids hang out in the summer. He's got a houseboat and, got an encampment set up for himself. The two of them kind of exchange pleasantries, and, Darius is kind of curious about him, and the gentleman is equally curious about him, but they, Darius kind of, I'm not going to give you too much information, but in that conversation, Darius finds out that the gentleman knows his dad from, some time before, like high school. So you fast forward, Darius gets home, and he kind of asks his dad, like, can you teach me how to fight? Because, I just got beat up today, and I really didn't know how to defend myself. And his dad kind of is like, maybe later, I'm busy right now. He doesn't really take that opportunity to take him outside in the backyard and show him a couple of things that might help him moving forward. So as the movie progresses, Darius and his curiosity about this nomad continues. So he kind of seeks him out to ask him, can you show me a couple of things? It's clear by the things that I see inside of your houseboat. There's like a poster of Bruce Lee, and he knows this man must know how to fight a little bit, and kind of sees him doing some, karate moves. So they establish a friendship, if you will. Once his parents find out, okay, you've, been seeing this guy kind of regularly, we need to tell you who he is, because he is someone from our past, the mother and the father. And now we know that this man is his stepfather, because the nomad is his real dad. Okay, so I'm like, huh, what? So in talking about this gentleman, the parents kind of tell Darius, just kind of keep your distance. We knew him way back when. He clearly didn't want to have anything to do with you, your upbringing, or supporting you in any way. So just kind of stay away from him. Well, of course, the kid doesn't, and neither does this nomad that he has formed a bond with. And his name is Porter in this movie. So there's a whole lot of there's some headbutting going on between Darius and the stepfather. And then once the stepfather comes face to face with his, high school friend, he kind of puts puts it to him and says, listen, I need you to stay away from my kid, blah, blah, blah. And then they have that, well, he's really my son. Well, but you didn't take care of him. Yeah, but I'm raising him. So you got that dynamic going on. You've got the kid who just wants to establish some type of relationship with this dad. You've got the stepfather who doesn't want the child to do that. And then you have mom, who is the church-going, praying woman who I just need everybody to calm down and just let's put all of this stuff from the past, let's squash it. Well, as this movie progresses, you see that this toxic masculinity, this male masculinity, and this testosterone is on the up and up. I mean, the level just rises and rises with every scene these two men seem to have together. And the fear is that there may be some generational violence that is being, brushed under the rug or pushed aside. And so there's a conflict. So how do you deal with that? So, it's a good movie in that you just want to find out, how does this end? Do the two gentlemen come to some agreement on how we're going to raise this child? Is the mother in agreement with that? Does the son really want that? Or does he just want a buddy to kind of kick it with? So for me, the ending of the movie lacked specific closure with regard to the two men. Okay, so if you want to watch this movie, it's just like 90 minutes long, maybe just a tad more. And it's a good movie that you can watch with a teenage son. These dynamics happen, in real life. So families, they deal with them differently, but it was a nice little movie to watch. A few slow parts here and there with the dialogue and some scenes, but nothing that would make me say, okay, I'm going to turn it off. I wanted to see it until the end. So there you have it, Bruiser on Netflix. All right, folks, I'm going to jump right into my Nailed It for this week. And this week it is a doozy. My Nailed It is Zac Efron from the movie Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile. That is the title of the movie. This too was on Netflix. I watched it some time ago, and it's his portrayal of the serial killer Ted Bundy. Oh my goodness. The acting was credible. I really commend Zac Efron on his portrayal of Ted Bundy. I've never watched a Zac Efron anything in my life. And when I watched this movie, I couldn't believe it was him because he looked so much like Ted Bundy. He was attractive in this movie, charismatic, cunning, unassuming. He was manipulative and showed absolutely no remorse after the fact for killing any of the women that he killed during this spree. It was just remarkable to see him play that role. So I'm giving Zac Efron total kudos for a serious movie portrayal and being able to carry the movie from start to finish. So he is my nailed it. All right, folks, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, "Have you seen it?" with Denise, and there I will be. All right, folks, you know what to do. You know how we do this. I need you to go see a movie because I'm going to see a movie. See you next week. Bye-bye.